What up, Gems gang? It's an exciting time to be a manga reader. New series keep popping up, and today we're going to talk about some of them. These are all fresh off the press, with less than 10 chapters out at the time of this video. From artistic ambitions to underground boxing, second chances at youth to superpowered vibrations, there's a little bit of everything. So, let's get it on and see which of these might be the next big thing. First up, we have Beat and Motion. The main character, Tatsuhiko, wanted to be an artist as a child, but grew up becoming a musician, although not a very popular one. His band disbands and he runs into his idol crush, reigniting his flame for drawing with the goal to animate one of her music videos. But what if she signs to a label and makes her debut first? Will she then be out of reach? I don't know, we haven't gotten that far yet. Do Retry. I'm not gonna lie, this one is just okay. It started out fairly interesting and the art is really clean, but something about it is just not pulling me in anymore. It's about a kid that becomes an underground boxer in Japan shortly after World War II. Who knows, maybe it'll get better soon, or maybe I just have bad taste. Next up we have The Revenge of My Youth, my real life with a girl who was too much of an angel. Whoever said you can't judge a book by its cover didn't think about putting the entire synopsis on the title. Despite the word revenge, the overall tone doesn't seem to be very dark and edgy, although it definitely has its darker moments. The revenge more refers to his general revenge on life by getting a second chance to save the girl he always had a crush on. From the author of Kuroko no Basket, Kill Blue is another series about an adult going back to school, however this one is much funnier. The main character, a 39-year-old professional hitman, is drugged and turned back into a teenager. The boss of the syndicate he works for sends him to his daughter's school to make sure that it's safe for her. He dropped out of elementary school to train and actually falls in love with studying. Oh, and of course, in his class is the daughter of the pharmaceutical company that produced the reverse aging drug. Next on the list we have another longer title, My Girlfriend Gives Me Goosebumps. At least it's better than the Japanese name. This one is about a thrill-seeking high schooler that is chasing the high he felt after a near-death experience as a child. And what better way to do that than dating a yandere? Nue's Exorcist is a series that feels like it's still kind of looking for what it wants to be, but I am here for the ride. It's not the craziest, prettiest, or deepest manga on this list, yet it's somehow one of my favorites. Its characters are endearing and just fun. I just hope the friend gets more screen time. From the author-artist duo of Food Wars, Tenmaku Cinema is an interesting new series. If you love movies, and especially if you love behind-the-scenes, directing, and production roles, this should be an automatic pickup for you. If you're a normal person, the art is beautiful and the characters are engaging. They've dropped the ecchi suggestive gag to focus more on the character and the plot. I can see this series getting really good in the future. Wow, where do I even start with this one? Versus is the latest series by One, the man behind One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100. I don't recognize any of the artist's prior work, but it's really good looking. I won't say much about the story or events as it's one of the best first chapters of a manga that I've ever read. Seriously, check this one out blind, you will not regret it. This is a more serious manga than One Punch Man or Mob Psycho 100, although it's still very charming with a great cast already. Aw man, this one is probably my favorite one on the list, yet somehow no one seems to like it. Vibration Man, not X-rated content, is about teens with superpowers where the main character has the power to vibrate. It's a silly random power, so you know it'll have some crazy fights in the future. But more importantly, the main character is hilarious. He is amazing. Really hoping this one picks up an audience because it deserves it. Well, that's the end of the list. From a quirky teen with vibrating powers to an old hitman back in school, we are spoiled for choice. My money's on Versus, but really they've all got something unique to offer. But hey, I'm curious about your thoughts. What do you think about these manga? Have you read any of them yet, or are you planning to pick one up? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you know any other fresh manga series that I should check out, don't hesitate to drop their names too. I'm always on the hunt for something new to read. Dive in, explore, and let me know which of these under 10 chapter gems hooks you in.